Office this past weekend saw the return of Will Smith to #1 as Focus took the top spot, earning $18.6 million. Kingsman: The Secret Service held on to the #2 spot for the third consecutive week in a row, making $11.8 million, for a total of $86 million domestically and $210 million worldwide. SpongeBob comes in third place, earning $10.8 million in its fourth weekend, bringing its worldwide total up to $236 million. In fourth spot is 50 Shades of Grey with $10.5 million in its third week, for a total of $147 million domestically and just under $486 million worldwide. Rounding out the top 5 is the new horror film The LAZARUS Effect, making $10.2 million on a tiny $3 million budget. Christian, what stands out to you about last weekend's box office?
There's two things. The first is obviously Kingsman sticking that #2 spot. You talk about just stay in that #2, get that money, get that money. That's, I mean, that's great because Kingsman is a movie that deserves it. Glad the word of mouth is really carrying it along. So that one stood out to me the most. The second is Lazarus Effect, because when you initially see that, you say, "Oh man, that thing bombed. People are getting tired of it." But it goes into show you what Blumhouse does. They make movies for nothing. And a lot of times my biggest problem with horror films are they spend nothing on them. They hire terrible actors for crappy budgets and they make back their... Now what Blumhouse does is different. They spend nothing and get, look, Olivia Wilde, you know, you got the Mark Duplass, you get quality actors for nothing, and you make a profit on this thing. This is $10 million. You'd go, ew, it's not ew. It's okay, good, let's make another one. So those two are the ones that really stick out to me.
A couple things stick out to me. #1 is actually 50 Shades of Grey. You know, a lot of people who are very anti 50 Shades of Grey. I am in different shades of Grey. But many people who are anti 50 Shades of Grey will want to just talk about, like lately, about how much its box office dropped. Ha 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 ha. This movie, which was made for, you know, in grand blockbuster terms, was made for bus fare, has now made over $400 million worldwide. That is stupid kind of money. Now, will the next one make as much? I'm going to guarantee you it won't. The next one will not make as much, but it will make money. It will make decent money. The other thing to me, Kingsman: The Secret Service, 3 weeks in a row, it hopscotched over the people who have been beating it. It stays in that second spot. That just goes to show we make a great film that gets great word of mouth. It can hold in there, so that's what stands out to me. Schnapp?
Yeah, I mean, I guess for me, the one thing besides what you guys talked about that stands out is Focus just didn't make that kind of money. Even though it's #1, it just didn't. It's #1 at like on a lower level of box office. So I mean, I remember hearing the Friday amounts coming in. It was like, that's kind of bad, and so it just kind of like hobbled into #1. I think Kingsman, you know, could have beaten it. I guess if it was, you know, a bad winter day on Sunday, people were like, I'm not going to the movies. Maybe, you know, it barely made #1, so that to me is that's the one thing.
Yeah, the funny thing about that is I was predicting 22, so I overshot. But I mean, it was a bad marketing campaign. Those trailers did nothing to entice me. The only thing that made me want to see that was #1, Will Smith's in it, and I'm always entertained by Will Smith, and Margot Robbie was in it because I'm dying to see more of her on screen. The trailers did nothing at all to increase my expectations. It actually decreased my enthusiasm for the film. So the fact that it came in at #18 didn't stun me.
Yeah, I thought that the trailer was really bad, but the other thing was I still think people had that After Earth smell still around as well too. And like you just said before with Kingsman, word of mouth was not great for this film. It was okay.
I also think the title is horrible. Focus, and it's also done in the same font as Focus Features.
That's what.
So I was like, is this part of their thing? Is this a movie or is this like a? It was just it just phased me out somehow. So.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.